Hey guys, how you doing? This is Neil Howe, and I am happy to introduce you here to the Location Authority Boost. Anybody that knows my background knows that I started in SEO many years ago, but have moved to the authority side and work on authority positioning now. But with some of the resources that we use for that authority positioning, found a way to introduce some different options that Google likes to have local businesses appear on the map. So we've kind of combined the map ranking and authority to give you location authority boost. So who is this for? This is for anybody that shows up in a search that would give a map result on the search engine results page. So any kind of local business, plumbers, doctors, dentists, chiropractors, mobile dent repair, any location search. A restaurant is another great one as well. So if you are looking to rank on the map, this is definitely going to be something that you need to have a look at. And it covers a lot of different things, including, giving you a boost on the map rankings, but also giving you that authority, as you see on the screen here, being seen on ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, and giving you that authority for your business. So there's two things that I think every local business struggles with or wants. And the first one is obscurity. So if you're not getting found, you want to get found. And the biggest problem for most businesses is they just aren't getting found. They aren't getting enough traffic. So the first problem is being found and being placed on that map when somebody's doing that ideal search where they're looking for somebody to solve their problems that's in their local area. That's when you want to show up on the map as one of the most relevant choices. Now, once they get to the map, they click on your website, we come to the other problem. Are you reputable enough? Do you have a good reputation that says that you are going to be willing and able and qualified to solve that problem? And that's where the authority and the trust come in. So we want to tackle both of those problems with the location authority boost. So let me just show you exactly what it is and what that looks like. And we have been doing, there's a couple of really good courses out there, to help rank on local that are using, a lot of different citations and things, as well as the press releases. And we've actually been able to combine those two things as well and offer that to you, as well as the authority of being featured on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, those major recognizable, trustworthy logos that people immediately see and say, okay, I'm dealing with the right kind of business here. So we've got three different versions here. We've got the local boost. This is for people that really just want to get that kind of authority, be able to share that authority on their website. And maybe if they're hanging out at the 4th and 5th position on the map, they're not quite in the 3-pack. This is going to give them a boost to maybe get up to that top 3 position. And that's where you really start getting that extra traffic that is perpetual as well, because when people start visiting your site, Google thinks it's more relevant. You're going to get more customers, you're going to get more calls, and Google's going to show your result more. So you really need to get in that 3-pack in order just to sustain yourself in there. So then we've got the local player, which means you want to be up there, you want something going out, and if you see these ×4, this is going to go out 4 times a year. So every so often, you're going to get a bunch of different citations and links back to your site just to keep you going. And this is ideal if you are already in the map pack and you are getting traffic, but you want to make sure that you stay there. This is more of a maintenance thing. And then, of course, we've got the local authority. That is getting yourself in the map pack for as many search queries as possible. We're talking about different kinds of keywords here. We will do, one press release a month along with all these other things that we will explain. But basically, you've got a different keyword that you're going to rank for your top keywords as often as possible. So let me just show you a few things here so that you can understand it a little bit better, and before I go into everything that's offered here. So what is a location authority PR? Well, which is a press release. So basically here is an example of one of the press releases that I just did. It's a press release and it goes out to all these outlets. As you can see, it's got the premium outlets, which is the affiliates of ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox all across the country. And these are great websites. If you look up here, let me just open these ones up. And if you click on the images here, they all open up to, except that one, of course. Obviously, that one didn't work right there. Let's click on the first one, though. And you will see, up here it shows the domain authority for this domain. And as you can see, this is a domain authority of 70. So this is a great link that is going back to your website. So let me explain just exactly what is in this press release. Obviously, we have a nice optimized headline for your business description, what it is that you do. So Atlanta website development and mobile app development and we've got the location here, which is Atlanta, and then what they do, which is website and mobile app development, and then just why it's been featured in a press release. Was featured in the Expert Profiles Atlanta radio show. Okay, so and then a little further down, you see we have Atlanta website design, which is the keyword that he is trying to rank for. And this is not going to his actual website. This is going to the Google driving directions, which is a signal that Google says helps to rank on the map. The more people that have driving directions linked to their map page, the higher that Google says is a priority. So we also have this picture, and the picture here is a geo-targeted picture, which means it was taken from the location that the business is. So it says that this picture is very relevant as well. Now, further down, we have the branded link for their company, which is Solution Built, and this would go to their homepage. And then we have the naked link as well. Now, the naked link can either go to their homepage, or if you have an event or something that you're trying to promote, you can have /events or about or something like that. So that not everything is going to the homepage all the time. So a little bit further down, we have the location information. And this is, Solution Built, which is the name of the business. We've got the exact address, which is in Google. And then we have the phone number as well. So we've got the name, address, and phone number. And then we've got an ad here that's playing. Let me get rid of that. And then underneath that, we have an embedded map for the company. So, and again, this is one of the signals that Google says if you have an embedded map all across all these different sites, it means that you are, showing more relevancy for a search in this specific area. So if we go back to the distribution report right here with all these outlets, as you can see, here's another one. Let me pick on this one. And we'll check up here to see what a domain authority is. Again, 64. So 64 is, a high domain authority, very good link. Let's try another one here in Tucson so you can just have an idea. And they range from, the 60s, 70s even down to, high 30s. And again, 64. So all these links are really quality links that are going to be going back to your website. So, and that is important. And this is a site that, I haven't done any kind of SEO work on it. I've just used this link right here at the bottom of press releases. And as you can see, it's pushed, the domain authority of this site up to 27, which is a lot higher than most local business sites. So yes, it's not only about the domain authority and the citations that make you show up in the map. There's other things that you have to do as well. But, to get this kind of domain authority for some site that hasn't had any other kind of SEO work done on it is pretty great. So after doing all these PRs, and there's 300 plus of these sites. We've got some of the major newspapers, news sites, Digital Journal. That's a very good one that shows up in Google News as well. We've got some different industry sites. We've got some financial feeds as well. And these ones, I don't know why the icons aren't showing up, but the article is still there. The press release is still there, and it's got everything on it as well. So going back to the press release. So we've got regional and local sites as well. So, I'm in the Atlanta area. So Atlanta News, we've got the Atlanta Chronicle, we've got Georgia News Desk, all these, we've got Augusta Headlines. All these are, relevant for people in Georgia or the Atlanta area. So, there's a few in there that are going to be relevant, but ultimately the story is, when you do this kind of thing, is that you're featured in the national news and you get national attention for what you're doing. So once this press release is done for you, we also are able to do a video, which is actually a video of the press release. And let me just play this here. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, being played through the computer, but basically it's engineered voice, just reading the press release, and it makes for a nice, 2.5-minute video all about your company. So that is something else that you can rank. And a lot of this is about, what we actually give you to send out on social as well. Because again, what the number one problem is obscurity. So you have to be constantly putting content out there for people to see. And with all these links to press releases and having these ABC and NBC and CBS images to share on Facebook is going to say, and Instagram is going to say that you are very relevant. And there's obviously tons of places that you can share them. So going a little bit further down, and let me go back to where we are here. So we've got our location authority press release, which includes the ABC, the NBC, the CBS, and the Fox, the affiliate logos. And it goes out to over 300 of these online news sites. And that's going to include the over 300 links and citations and backlinks. And we've got the Google Map embeds in those as well, and links pointing to the driving directions, as well as local schema markup, which is important to have on our main host site. And that's just a little bit of code that Google reads that tells them exactly what your website is about. And then we've got some social media swipe, which is just a swipe file to give you some ideas of what to say and how best to share this kind of marketing with your audience, whether it's through Facebook or Instagram, to LinkedIn, to those groups, or whether you have an email list you can share it to. We talked about the video, which goes automatically out to YouTube, but we can also give you the audio file of that video as well as the video file, so you can use it for other things. And down here, this is, if you're just going to do it one time and get these logos, which is a really big thing. I want to share this story right here. This is a cleaning site that my wife used to own. And we put these logos on because we did a press release, and it made a huge difference to the business 40% increase in conversion overnight just by putting these logos on. So that alone can be really powerful and is definitely worth the $9.97 just for that. And you know, we optimize in this package for one main keyword that you want to go for. Okay, so if you're going to do it more than once and you're going to you know, get those citations coming in with the local player, that's 4 times a year. So every 3 months you're getting fresh news releases, you're getting fresh citations. And we will also do an interview with you if you're in the Atlanta area or Georgia area on Expert Profiles Atlanta, which is this site here. I host a show for people in Atlanta, and there's also an opportunity to be featured in the Expert Profiles book, which is, you know, talking about our conversation that we have on the radio show. So there'll be an opportunity to do that as well if you want. But basically, I'm going to get the story out of you on, you know, why you do what you do. Why is it important to your business? And these are things that people want to know about. They want to understand why you're in business, what you can do to help them, how you can help solve their problems. And that's what we really talk about during the show. Gives you a great deal of content as well. And this also gets syndicated out. It's hosted on our Business Innovators Radio Network, which is another, you know, 34. It's a great link pointing back to your website, but it also goes out to iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, YouTube as well. So more great links, all pointing back to your website. And this is not anything spammy at all. If you're not in the Atlanta area, I've also got the Business Authority Radio, which is the same format. It's still talking about what you do, why you do what you do, how you're helping your clients achieve the outcome that they're looking for. And, you know, we talk about a lot of the misconceptions and problems within the industry. And as you can see, I interview people from all different walks of life, all different kinds of businesses. And you will have the opportunity to share your story and why it's important about what you do on that channel as well. We also have our Business Innovators magazine. So we're going, and for the interview, we'll also provide you the transcript of the audio as well. So you can use your words in written format that you said during the interview, and you can use that also for tweets and for social media messages or to send out a little bit in your email list. So we're giving you a ton of content to be able to use to make sure that obscurity is never going to be a problem for you and your business. People are going to know about you, and they're going to know why you do what you do and how you can help them. So the Business Innovators magazine article here is on this channel, and as you can see, it is filled with all these authorities. We've got Barbara Corcoran here, Dave Ramsey, Gwen Stefani, Mark Cuban, we've got Kevin Harrington, Jeff Bezos, all people that you would like to be associated with. And we will do an article about you and your business being featured on one of those radio shows here as well. So you'll be able to share that with your audience. On top of that, we have our Small Business Trendsetters website, which again, high authority, a great link, all about business, pointing back to your website. And this also is filled with these people that you know. We've got Jesse Itzler, Howard Stern, Damon John. So, you know, to be featured alongside these kinds of people shows that you have the authority as well, and that you are business to be reckoned with when somebody is making a choice. Now, the cool thing about these articles, and here's an example of one. We've got Rich Casanova, who the Pro Business channel he has. He turns it's the holy grail of content creation. Now, he is in Atlanta as well, and he does, you know, the same kind of thing. Interviews business owners and we did an article for him about what he does for that. And again, you can listen to this article. It's a computer generated voice, but it's great. You don't have to read it. You can press play and you can listen to the whole article, and it actually sounds really good. And it's a fun thing to share, where you can go and say, listen to this article on Facebook or your news feed. Gets people interested to see exactly what that is. So, going back to our chart here, if you want to do this one time, so you can get all this content here and send out and be able to use those images of the ABC, NBC, CBS logos in all your advertising, definitely would recommend that as a minimum for any local business, just to get that added credibility. It's a one-time fee, which is $9.97. You can hit the order now button, which will contact me and we can talk about getting that done. Or if you want to be the local player, so you're maybe already on the map and you just want to boost things up a little bit and make sure that there's always great content going out about you. We'll also be doing the Small Business Trendsetters, Business Innovators magazine. You'll get the transcript of the interview you have with me on top of all the other things, the YouTube video, the social media swipe, all these citations and backlinks and Google Embeds, driving directions to over 300 online news sites, again with the affiliates of the ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox as the champions of those great, powerful websites. And then, of course, if you really want to be the authority within your niche, you'll want to do this once a month. So you would get, this would be over a year, you would get 12 press releases going out about your business, going out to all those affiliates of ABC and NBC and CBS, 300 times 12 online news sites, and you're going to get all those 300 plus backlinks and citations, and Google Map Embeds times 12, one going out a month. You get the social media swipe file, so you know how to share that message. You're going to get 12 videos. You can start your own YouTube channel with all these videos that will be going out, as well as the actual video file and audio file. And once every quarter, we will do a different interview with you, talking about maybe a different aspect of your business. So it's not just the one thing that we are talking about. We'll be able to talk about multiple things on the radio show. So every 3 months, you'll have an interview where we can talk about what's new in your business or what's working. Of course, you get the transcripts of those interviews, and we will do the Business Innovators magazine article, and we'll do the Small Business Trendsetters article, and that will rotate. So you'll have an interview one month, and an article will go out the next month, and then the Small Business Trendsetters article will go out the following month. So it adds up to 12, and this all goes out. So you'll have 4 interviews, you'll have 4 Business Innovators magazine articles, 4 Small Business Trendsetters articles that will go out over a period of 12 months, and really get you really working on these 12 different keywords to make sure that you are showing up for them and getting yourself on the map for those main keywords. And that is it, guys. If this is something that interests you, then click one of these buttons after watching this video. I'll have another button down here as well where you can click it to contact me, so we can get all the information from you to get started. This is something that I'm really excited about. It's combining both the location authority, the maps, where it really gets the best of Google's traffic, and it also gives you the authority that positions you. Once people click on your website for whatever reason, you'll be able to show them that you have been featured all over the place on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and it will definitely help you along to close way more business, increase your conversions. So definitely something that I recommend for all local businesses. I love giving people a platform to share their story, why they do what they do, and help them to be found. Obviously, if you're doing something great and you're able to help people, I think you've got to do everything that you possibly can to get that kind of message out and it's, you know, your obligation to be able to be found so that you can help people if you believe in what you do and that you believe in your business as much as you should. So take action now, click on one of these links, let's get in contact, and we will get you your location authority boost.